Hello and welcome back to another match preview. This is West Ham United going to Wolverhampton Wanderers, going to Molyneux. This is your match preview for the Saturday 3 o'clock game. Make sure to like the video and subscribe if you're new. We're so close. We're so close to 250 subscribers. And then we're going to be halfway through our main goal, which is 500. So, love for all the support recently, and yeah, this year's been crazy in terms of subscriber gaining for me. Yeah, we go to Molyneux, a place where we don't travel well. I'm doing this preview. I haven't heard any press conference stuff. I'll have a check now, but I haven't heard anything to do with like press conference stuff. But I think again is a doubt. Still, I'm sure again is still a doubt. Not that makes a difference in my opinion. We haven't won in how long? In like a month, over a month, whatever. And Wolves have got a lot, and I mean a lot of injuries, guys. Like, I'm pretty sure their whole front three is out. Their main front three, which is Hwang, Cunha, and Neto. Obviously the main one. Main guy, Neto. I'm just checking now to see if there's any like press conference quotes for like the game that is happening, but I mean it's just the same old. But what I will say is Edson Alvarez is back. Now he won't be back for the Bayer Leverkusen game, the first leg. But what he will be back is for Wolves away, which gives us midfield balance, which we've been screaming out for in the past couple of games against Tottenham and Newcastle. Maybe Alvarez would have given us a bit more of a difference in those games. I reckon Alvarez would have helped against Newcastle. But we've got to have a plan B for when Edson Alvarez is out. We've got to have a plan B for how we're going to balance out the team now. He walked straight back into the team. I imagine it's going to be Ward-Prowse that drops out and Souček that stays, because that's what David Moyes does. If it was me, I'd play Alvarez deep midfield and Ward-Prowse and Paquetá as the eights and let Kudus, Antonio and Burton do their thing. But we know we're not going to see that. It wouldn't surprise me if we don't win this game. Now, this is a game we should be winning in terms of they've got literally injuries galore. If this was a fully fit Wolves side, I'd be saying we comfortably get beaten here. Like, comfortably. They've been really good this season. Their manager is still learning, really. He's still a new manager. And there was a lot of things like West Ham linked with Gary O'Neill and stuff. I wouldn't take him because he's a former player and he's very, very new at this club. But what I will say, what I will give him credit for, is that he's got a balance between letting his players play and having a structure in defence. Obviously, we're going to come up against a former West Ham player in Craig Dawson as well. We beat them 3-0 in the reverse game, a game I refused to go to because I think we got battered by Fulham around then, and I was just like, nah, I'm not having this. But we actually did well that game because Wolves switched up their system from the normal three at the back. Now, instead of having the normal left wing back, they kind of played Bellegarde covering that space in possession, and then they had a four at the back right at the start where they were playing our possession. So they had Totti covering that space, which we thrived off the amount of space we were getting in behind because of Jared Bowen's runs, and then Totti getting beaten, so Dawson would have to cover for him as well. And Kudus was really good that game. Paquetá was brilliant that game. And we were just enjoying ourselves in that game. We actually went for it as well. We went and attacked, and you saw what happened. We kept a clean sheet as well. They had a VAR goal disallowed. That was one of the few clean sheets we kept this season. I don't imagine that's going to happen again. 3 o'clock kickoff. Going to Wolves away. We haven't won there since the whole Jesse Lingard lockdown game where we won 3-2. That was around the time where we were conceding goals at the end, but we were putting teams away. We were still scoring. Lingard had a brilliant game. Antonio came off injured. Then Bowen came on and had a brilliant game. Masuaku was playing out of his skin. Aaron Cresswell was playing well. Mark Noble came in for Declan Rice. Him and Souček were playing well as well. And I'm not I'm not feeling a win. I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling that we're gonna win. And why should I be confident that we're gonna win? We've only won 2 games this year in terms of Premier League. And let's have a look at the squad update, because I think Areola will be missing. Moyes said we miss Edson's presence. Apparently, Areola, it was a tweak in his groin. That was the injury. Okay, fair enough. He won't be out for too long, but he's not going to be available for Wolves. Okay. Naif again will be assessed. This will also be interesting to see if we're getting to that stage of the season where we were 2 years ago, where we're going to maybe rest a few players, just because of the Europa League and stuff. Maybe we're going to go all out for the Europa League and stuff like that. Because we was in a European battle 2 years ago, we were going for Europa League, and then for the semi-finals, we benched a lot of players against Chelsea, and we only just lost 1-0 just because we had a red card that game. Speaking of Chelsea, that is going to be played at a 2 p.m. kickoff away. It will not be broadcast on live television. But they play Tottenham on a Thursday, so that's why that's been rearranged. The fact that you're not putting Chelsea West Ham on live is interesting, because it's a big game in my opinion. I know a lot of people don't talk about West Ham Chelsea enough, but we'll see. But yeah, as I said, again, is being assessed. Alvarez will be back, but do we just save some players? Do we save Antonio for Leverkusen? Do we save Bowen for Leverkusen? In my opinion, you just play your best squad. We don't really have a squad, do we? We don't really have a squad. And even with the French players, Moyes doesn't want to use them. Moyes doesn't want to use Danny Ings. Moyes doesn't want to use Maxwell Cornet. We've been through this before. He doesn't want to. He's not going to use Divine McBarber. He's not going to use George Earthy. He's not going to use Ollie Scholes. He's not going to use any of the youngsters. If the closest we're going to come to him using squad players will be Cresswell and Johnson, which I do not want. Do we play on Bonner just to give Zuma a rest? I think I would, because Zuma's going to have to play every game if Again's not fit, because Bonner's not going to play. And this is what the manager has to look into. We don't have a good record at Molineux. I don't see why I would be hoping for a win exactly. But I'm looking at Express and Star right now to see if Wolves have anyone out. Apparently Huang Yi-chan has a 25% chance. Mateus Cunha is back apparently. And Craig Dawson and Huang Yi-chan both trained apparently. So I don't know whether... Okay, apparently Bellegarde has a 0% chance as well. Pedro Neto has 0 chance. And yeah, I think... So what it says here, the return of Mateus Cunha is a welcome boost, but will Gary O'Neill have any more of his injured players back? So Mateus Cunha will be back. They're sort of players to watch for them. They've got a few. They've got a few good players. In my opinion, they should be top 10 minimum. They're a better team than Chelsea. They're a better team than Bournemouth. They're a better team than Newcastle right now, in my opinion. They're a better team than us, in my opinion, in terms of just team. We've got better individuals, they've got a better team. And that's down to their manager, because I'd look at our squad and say, ours is better. But the players to watch, Mario Lemina. I've genuinely always rated Mario Lemina, even when he was on loan at Fulham for a bit. And at Southampton, I liked him. João Gomez had a great. He's having a great season. Him and Lemina having a great season. Sarabia is one to watch, but Ain't Nori is one to watch as well, because this guy can play in a front three. He can play a wing back. He can play left back. It probably benefits more off a very attacking system. Someone who would love to just fly down the wings, and he's probably like how we would look at Masuaku in terms of you're probably not as good at defending as you are attacking, so you probably benefit more playing on the wing. And I think Gary O'Neill definitely gets the best out of him with playing 3 at the back. We've seen an improvement in Nelson Semedo's form, especially this season, and they will stretch us. They will stretch us because of how they play with the wing backs and stuff, and they're good in possession. They're good out of possession. So this will be an interesting game. There will be space for us to get at. And I'm not saying that Molineux is an impossible stadium to win at, but with our bad record there and with how hard it is usually for teams to go to Molineux in general, I wouldn't be surprised if we lost. But that's just my opinion. I think the team for West Ham will be the same. So it'll be Fabianski, Sufel, Zuma, Mavropanos, Emerson, Alvarez, Souček, Paquetá, Kudus, Bowen, Antonio. I think that will be the team for them. And for them, they've played a guy called Chiwome. I think that's how you say his name. A youngster, because of the injuries they've had. So I'm trying to think, if Craig Dawson's out as well, they'll have Santiago Bueno in as well. So I think Jose Sarr in goal. I think it'll be Kilman, Bueno, Totti. I watched them against Villa. There was a similar team. I'm going to guess they play Eight Nori left wing back and not Hugo Bueno. And Nelson Semedo on the right. And I'm going to guess Gomez and Lamina are both fit. I'm not, unless Tommy Doyle plays. Tommy Doyle could play as well. And their front three, Sarabia, Cunha is back, and Chiwome. They might give Nathan Fraser another chance, because Gary O'Neill is not one to bat an eyelid to play in the youth either, so that would be interesting as well. But make sure to like the video. That will be the end of the preview. Subscribe if you're new. The social medias are in the description if you want to follow me. And the email for any inquiries. Trying to get to 500 subscribers. Let's get there immediately. Trying to get there before the end of the year. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for the match reaction. Take care.